I believe we are running then, yes?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey there, and welcome one and all to another Tales of Campaign episode. We are back at it again with our good old team, and so last time I yeeted your asses up to a sky island. How are your characters feeling on this lovely day?
I'm trying to remember who ate shit and who didn't. I think it was. Oh God. Was it the two youngins who ate shit and the two older ones who kept their footing? That sounds about
I
right.
think, actually specifically, I think it's these above rolls, which is namely, the 8 is from Lialah, Shino and Chuck both got a 15, and Tihomir got a 20. So
Oh, so it was just Tihomir then.
yeah, so it's just
He was the
Tihomir
only
who's
one who
fine.
landed on his feet.
Yeah,
We.
Lialah, I'm so sorry, but you're face down, and
Yeah.
Chuck
If
and
Lialah
Shino
were.
are and just
Pardon, sorry.
Chuck and Shino landed under butts. So
Yeah. If Lialah were a tune, there would be swirls. Her eyes, eye would be swirling, and yeah. Give her a moment.
yeah, that's fair. For the other two of you, how are your dorks doing?
Chuck is still processing what the fuck happened and where they are.
Surprise!
Tihimir's gonna start helping people up, having landed on his feet.
Yeah, you get a note of thanks from Shino.
Tihomir holding Lialah like a cat.
You
Chuck?
just get what I.
Ooh.
You just. You go first.
Chuck has a collection of facts that points towards an answer. He doesn't like the answer.
I'm gonna just repurpose this particular image. Just swap out Shino for Tihomir.
Correct. Okay, but actually, I was going to say, you get what we have on the title card with Tihomir holding Lialah.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Yeah, so I believe those other rolls were then Persepi's. So everyone got really high. There is no doubt about this. You are in a second location. This second location is not normal because, hey, what the peck, y'all are in the sky. Or at least an island floating in the sky. You do spot a similar pedestal to the one you lot found on the ground, which looks to have teleported you up. And at least in this current surrounding area, so it's honestly fairly comfortable. Obviously colder compared to the ground, but there's plenty of greenery and trees. You think you see a ruined house nearby, so might not be a bad place to make camp if needed. The pedestal is there. You can hear the sound of running water a little bit further away, and you can see a massive tree in the center of this space, and a couple more ruins around. So what do y'all want to do?
Is everyone alright?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm alright.
We're in the sky.
I think I have more questions for how this is still working. We don't have many of these around left.
What is
Shino's
that?
poking at the pedestal, by the way.
So you knew there's just stuff floating in the sky?
No, but I mean, so it's been a long time, but I've seen a couple of these pedestals before. Supposedly some older Malachim knew how to make these back in the day.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Primarily, they're for getting you from one place to another, but I wasn't aware there
How
was
is this
one.
island flying?
Not too sure about that one. Might have to do with the local Malachim.
I would
Gotcha.
assume an airline. Or
Yeah,
several.
likely multiple wind Malachim.
Okay.
Okay, the DM, need to double check words and what is the name of some people.
Lore time.
Lore time. In my defense, it's been a little while since I've seen this stuff. Depending on what we find here, we might find some connections to the Wind Imperium. So,
Wahoo.
Shino said that in character, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So take that as you will. Does anyone else decide to take a look at the pedestal?
Yeah.
Cautiously.
Yeah.
Chuck doesn't want to be teleported again.
Tihomir doesn't think it's going to teleport them again if he or Chuck touches it, but he also doesn't want to risk a far more hostile response, given that they are demons and not Malik.
Yeah.
So
This would be a perfect time to have the human in the party. But no.
yeah. So very, very cautious. Very, 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 very cautious. What role do you want us to make?
I'd say this would be investigation.
Investigation, okie dokie. Well, I rolled like shit.
Don't worry. Chuck is good at investigation.
Is he
What
now?
did you get a
And
one?
rolls.
Good at investigation too. I have a +6.
What should Chuck roll a 1?
Well, hold on. 9.
Was it a
Lialah
2?
will also
It's
try
better
to
than that.
investigate.
And the point is 11.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Let's
My
see
modifier's better than yours, motherfucker.
Okay, you know what? I was thinking I wouldn't need to have Shino roll, but who am I kidding?
Lol. To be fair, they are very off balance right now.
I'm just
That is
picturing
true.
Chuck and
That does
Timur
make
both
sense.
it's very much cautious cats batting at something they're expecting to jump up and scare them. So they're just pat.
Yeah. Just
Meanwhile, Lialah's still being carried.
Very cautious circling.
And the moment it does
Meanwhile,
anything, they're
still
set to
being
jump a
carried.
mile in the air and scatter.
Meanwhile, Shino, who's just, alright, same shit as always, just walks over. Shino is literally just going to walk over and take a closer look. If you let him, after a little bit of quiet, he's going to say, alright, so this isn't working anymore.
What, in the sense that we're stuck up here?
Yes.
Well,
Cool. This is fine.
do we need to jump?
No.
Last resort.
I could
How
probably
about
survive the fall, but I
no?
don't think the rest of you could.
Theoretically, I might be able to take someone with me in the shadows, but that's not something I'd like to test out and risk.
No.
So, there is probably someone here, so it would be best if we checked with them. I wasn't particularly good with the mechanics of these things, so I won't be much help here, unfortunately.
I know nothing.
We know, sweetie. Pat, pat.
My field of expertise is demons, not Malachim. I
Hmm.
wasn't able to see them before.
This is some pretty old technology, too. It was my older siblings who knew how to work these things better. At least, normally how they're supposed to work is when you got two of these, it will take you, one of these will take you to another one, and generally it's preset. They work off of the power of earth pulses, though I find something is likely malfunctioning considering this looks to be broken when the other one took us here.
One-way trip. All right.
We'll
Cool.
find no way down just standing here. We might have to move.
Chuck's gonna clap his hands
Yeah.
together, turn on his heel, and start making for the old house mentioned.
Tihomir's gonna
Alright.
snag you by the neckerchief. Like,
Oi.
slow your roll.
Shino's
go
going to
together.
just... Yeah, Shino's just going to start walking beside Tihomir.
Unless, stated otherwise, Lialah is content with being held.
You know that art you drew Kraken of the child leash?
Yeah.
Just Tihomir.
Christ.
Tihomir.
That is literally
This is
Tihomir right now.
Yeah, that is literally Tihomir
Holding
right
one
now.
of them and got the other one by the scruff, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it is literally that art you drew, except opposite vibes. Lialah is held, Shino is walking calmly beside it, Chuck that's like running around. But congrats, you make it to the house. What y'all gonna do?
Hello.
Shush, shush, shush. Chuck's
It's
instinct is
completely
to
silent.
sneak. Chuck would
I
want
won't
to
lie,
sneak
that's
closer
what
and like
Tihomir's
peer
instinct is
in.
as well. That's
like,
what
you know,
Tihomir's instinct is.
Stealth time.
Okay, well, roll stealth, everyone.
Christ.
Alright. Stealth.
That's not bad.
Plus-
That's pretty good. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
18.
Nice.
Damn.
Love that.
I was about to say, I can't wait for Lialah to fuck this up. But no, she did pretty
I mean,
well.
Lialah is being fairly well hidden in Tihomir's robes, given the sheer fucking
Yeah.
height difference, but
Yep.
Yeah, there's well, I'd say Shino isn't trying to be stealthy, but his passive stealth is a 23, so like,
She knows just
Yeah.
existing.
doesn't need to try, yeah.
yeah, Shino is just existing. Okay, so straight up, this is a ruined house. In pretty good shape, honestly, apart from a big hole in the wall and some, like, crumbled wall and
Whoa.
ceiling. But this is just a plain old abandoned house. There isn't really anything in here. Honestly, not that dusty either. It's got good wind circulation, so...
Lialah, why did you have me raid the kitchen? Lialah.
Lialah Hungy.
I mean, you can try.
You are being held.
She can still make grabby hands.
Yeah, Lialah is like currently making mental calculations as to where the kitchen is, and maybe there's some tasty Sky Island food up here.
Based on the, what, 2 houses you've been in? 3, maybe if we include the lighthouse?
Maybe. She's not doing very well.
Your standard deviations are small and your sample size is whack.
Oh.
It's a house, it should have a kitchen, right?
You don't know.
Lialah
Literally.
believes that kitchens belong in the basement. For some
God.
reason.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's see.
Climate.
How many houses has Lialah been? Like, Do we even count inns? Because inns aren't exactly the usual arrangement either.
I think if we're going strictly based on a building that could be described as a house, none. Because she's been in inns, she's been in a lighthouse, and she's been in a mansion. And a castle, I think.
Yeah.
You have been in 0 houses in your life.
That's really funny.
This
Oh
isn't
my
even registering
goodness.
as a house. It's like a shack.
I
I mean, honestly, yeah, so it's like there are a couple rooms, but like what? One leads to the garden and is kind of just there is no door. It's pretty much open. It might as well be part of the garden at this point. There are plants inside. There is this part of the building you lot are in where like a wall has fallen down. There is a door, technically. I don't know if you entered via the door or went through the hole.
Oh, you kidding me? Chuck went in through the hole.
Yeah, this is absolutely a whole moment.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a perfectly serviceable door, but if someone's already made a hole, then we don't have to deal with potentially making noise by opening the door. We can just go in through the hole.
Yeah, exactly. And the door is like... It's not in great state.
The hole is in great state for this purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Secondly, considering you guys are in here, you now know what the hole is made from. You think a meteor fell in here previously?
What
There's
the
like...
fuck?
Yeah, there's just, the general area around the hole is kind of destroyed.
Is the meteor
There may
still
have-
here?
I mean, you can see a hunk of rock or metal or something in the house.
Poke.
Lialah is making grabby hands.
Yeah. It looks to be metal. Like, if you're just going to poke at it, yeah, that sure is metal. If you want to figure out something more, you're gonna need to roll something.
I mean, Chuck don't know shit about rocks or smithing or anything, but investigation?
Investigation,
Or nature,
baby.
Yes.
What the
Maybe
fuck?
nature.
Okay,
You know, it'll be
17,
fun to roll
I
nature.
guess.
Okay,
I'm rolling investigation again.
cool.
And you know, we'll
That's
get a dirty
better.
20 on nature. Yeehaw.
18 on investigation.
Nice. Okay. So I don't know if
That's
any
higher.
of you could have looked. Yeah, this is meteoric iron. I don't know if you would know this term specific, but that's actually some pretty decent metal. You think the biggest chunk would be too heavy to move because that's pure metal, but there are a couple of like smaller chunks you could possibly pick up. Just like
Lialah
small
is making
bits
grabbing
and
hands.
pieces.
I mean, if you're going to make a badass sword, I know we were reforging it out of slag and bog iron and some slag iron, but
You know.
you know,
This would be
meteoric
pretty
iron is
sick.
pretty fucking baller, you know?
Uh-huh. Just maybe. So like, you could definitely grab a couple of pieces here, no problem.
Oh yeah, after Chuck's like knelt down and like, you know, picked up a few pieces like he's weighing them, licks one, considers, starts pocketing.
I want you to know when he licked one, Shino made a face.
Licks it again, slower.
Just like, do you like the taste of dust or something?
Crave that mineral, kid.
Can I also have mineral?
Don't lick the meteor.
We'll find something better.
Okay. Can I still have a bit?
Yeah, sure, one moment.
Yeah!
So, okay. So, Lialah, you can write down that you have one piece of meteoric iron. How much would the rest of you take? Like
Hang on,
just
I've got to
just
work
weighing,
out
like,
how much
weight.
my equipment load is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an equipment load of 150, and 5e doesn't do encumbrance. Can I take like? How much is a rapier weigh? 2 pounds. Can I take like 5 pounds?
um me trying to figure out how much is that in Okay, how much is that in kilograms? I'll have an easier time imagining that with metal because I am used to the kilograms.
Oh no, differing nationalities.
5 pounds. 5 pounds is about 2.25 kilos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can take that. That's actually going to be a fair bit of this. Okay, so straight up, if you are taking that much from all the smaller pieces scattered, they are taken. And if you want that full amount, you're going to need to break some off from the main piece. So, how are you going to do that?
I have some darts.
Lialah raises her hand,
Yes, Lila.
and she will cast Liquid Sentinel.
Describe that, I believe that's a cantrip, yeah?
Yep,
Could you just remind me what that cantrip does?
It does a lot of things, but it can it can do damage, radiant damage.
Radiant damage won't really work. What kind of radiant damage is this?
It's like a light focus, isn't it?
Oh yeah, okay.
That's not gonna work. You would
you'd
need something like thunder or bludgeoning for this.
or the other abyss cantrip, fucking pressure.
Oh yeah,
Pressure stream?
Yeah, you'd need pressure stream because that could theoretically cut through.
It
Well, I
deals
don't have
maximum
that.
damage to non-organic things. So
Yeah, so that would
so
be perfect for this. Yeah.
Well, I don't have that.
instead going to take one of my darts.
Mhm.
And my Yukulwa has a stone blade to it. It's got some heft to it. So I'm
Okay.
gonna use it like a makeshift hammer and start driving my darts into a fissure into the rock. I'll take however long this will take just to break off a hunk by like making a crack and then widening it just to break off a piece.
Mining sim time.
Actual mining techniques going on here, guys.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can see
That's
that.
really funny.
With this, yeah, I'm going to say you will be able to take the amount you want. And in fact, with this, that'll definitely be enough for the sword. I think you might be with using these techniques, you're going to be able to like take a bit more if you want for your own shenanigans.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
How much?
Absolutely,
Lialah
Chuck
is
will take
a
a
little
bit of free
kleptomaniac.
meteor.
you
I have
all
a
spoke
feel-
at once.
Sorry.
You all spoke at once. Please, one at a time.
How much do I get?
Okay, you get those 2.5 pounds. I'm gonna say you can get another pound for your own personal use.
Sweet. So 6 pounds total. We take that. Or wait, pounds or kilos?
Wait, you said 5 pounds originally, right?
Yeah, 5
You
pounds.
have that-
Which is
yeah.
2.25 kilos.
Yep. So you have those 5 pounds for the sword. You get another pound for your own use.
Sweet.
Okay. Staria, you next. What were you saying?
Lialah is just a little kleptomaniac. She wants the shiny.
You get the shiny. Consider yourself to have 1 or 2 pieces of this iron.
Hell yeah.
Chuck, what you doing?
Chuck is also taking 1 or 2 pieces for personal use. Because hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say this takes the better part of an hour.
Yeah.
Cause I imagine this does not go that quickly. This is proper metal. But congratulations, you have obtained a whole bunch of meteorite. Shino's
I just realized I could make a naginata. That would be sick. Okay, hang on.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Hang on.
oh, oh,
I have
good.
the ideas in my
Sounds
head.
of RJ plotting.
Yeah, considering, the DM I'm going to tell you, keep that thought, remember that thought for later. um, yeah, Shino is also going to take a piece, but otherwise with, like, exploring this house some more, the way this house is situated, it's actually, the back of it is towards a wall where there's a lot of plant growth and stuff growing. So there is a room that is, like, decently closed. The window has nothing in it. It's just a hole in the wall, effectively, but otherwise decently well closed. The walls and the ceiling seem to be holding well enough. There is unfortunately no food here, but you think this house has been abandoned for a pretty long while. And otherwise, there's a fair bit of, like, plant matter growing around. I guess if you'll do a nature check, you might be able to find something edible, like, I don't know, dandelions and other bits and pieces.
Yeah, that'd
For
be my
anything
guess.
Nature.
For anything bigger, though, you
Another
think you
flat
need to...
D20. That's a 6. Lilah is trying to eat anything.
Oh,
She
fuck.
can
I
fight.
mean, can I argue
Why-
survival if we're trying to
Yes.
forage? Perfect.
You can.
Where did the server go?
Oh, fuck,
I
guys. Chuck
fucking
is
missed my
rolling
box.
today.
I missed my box again.
Oh,
Christ, there we go.
I will
Uh,
say, out here there is plenty of plant matter, but you think for anything more concrete, you'd probably need to go a bit further into the land. Okay, yeah, so, Lilah, I'm sorry, this is all grass. You don't recognize any of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
Lilah takes a blade of grass and puts it in the mouth.
Please don't eat the grass.
Shino voice, what do you have in your mouth?
Choose faster.
Please don't eat the grass, Lilah.
So, I think in the background, you just have, like, Shino kind of upturning Lilah, so she spits out the grass. So the kids are having fun. Don't worry
Aw.
about them. For the adults, well, the adult and the adult question mark of this
Oi.
part. So, Tihomir, yeah, you do find, like, a fair few dandelions, which isn't bad for some grass, but you're all gonna definitely need more than this. Chuck, I think you're able to find some roots and other things. You're also able to spy a bit further away what could be some salvageable fruit trees and stuff. It does just require you to go a little bit further in towards the running water that you can hear, so...
Oh, yeah.
Success, food found.
Not exactly a feast, but definitely food.
Yeah.
He foraging.
Considering you got so high, like... So, it's pretty easy to figure out that this outer part of the island, it's more flats and stuff. For any more concrete food, you're probably going to have to go a bit further in, and past this wall, you get the impression that there might be a giant garden or something in there. These walls are tall, and you can see a lot of plants growing there, and with that massive tree, yeah, there's definitely an entrance somewhere, just not in this part of the island.
Chuck
And
definitely thinks about attempting to scale the wall.
I, as DM, would advise you don't, because that is a very tall wall. Like,
He thinks about it. He doesn't do it. He considers.
I'm trying to think of a way to describe it from things I've seen in real life. I don't know who here has been to a real life castle, like
Me.
Kulanehai.
Hi.
Hello.
I live
Great.
like 20 minutes from one.
Oh,
That's
hey,
the
handshake!
UK, baby.
Hey, handshake!
UK, baby.
Yeah.
Literally, my hometown used to be a
Mhm.
fort town.
Oh, cool! Handshake! You handshake me, cause I'm like thinking of Kulanehai for this.
Handshake
Which,
the town my family lives in when we go to Scotland.
hey! But, okay, yeah, so these first wolves aren't as tall as, say, like what you'd see in a castle, but is approaching that, and the building itself, massive. Castle size at minimum, probably bigger. There's literally a tree whose canopy has breached pass up, and it's massive. So, if anyone here has seen like a Laputa,
Yep.
those are the vibes for the tree. So,
Well,
and
Chuck's
for
gathering up the tubers and the veggies and making note of all that.
mhm. Okay, yeah. Otherwise, you'd also be able to spy that there is plenty of fresh water in this outer area. The parts of the island that are furthest out, you probably don't want to mess around on too much because, hey, you don't want to find out what happens if that falls. But like, at least these parts towards the inner bit do seem to be pretty stable.
Chuck is very
You'll
fucking
see.
cautious of the edge. He's not going over there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um, you also spy a fair few lakes, and considering that's a 25, like,
Fish?
you get closer to the area. Yes, actually, there are fish. You also spy that, like, the running water you heard earlier near the fruit trees, it does lead into a pond, and if you spy in there, it's very deep. There are some ruins that go deeper down. It looks like it goes toward the garden too, so
Ooh.
this place is old.
Good thing we've got our fishing master in this party.
Yeah, so, I suppose, Lila, if you want to fish, I am down to let you fish.
Lilah is absolutely wants to fish.
Cool.
Good way to occupy Lila while everyone else reconvenes on, like, here's the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lilah's gonna fish.
Like, I don't know, otherwise, it's not hard to spy that there are plenty of birds around here. You think you see some further out. I think for anything more, you lot would have to do more exploring.
Tihomir's gonna actually set up a little smoking setup so that any fish that is caught can be preserved for a little bit.
Hey.
Smoked and preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Good plan.
I guess, Lila, do you want to roll me a d20 to see how many fish you catch?
Let's go.
Big money, no whammies, big money, no whammies, big money, no whammies.
Can I use guidance on myself?
You know it, sure.
Big money,
Yippee.
no whammies, big money, no whammies, big money, no whammies. That's pretty good.
Aw, buddy.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. Like, admittedly, I'm just going like flat d20 to get an idea of how many fish. And with this, I think you're able to get like 4 or 5 fish. Definitely enough for like this meal. Enough for like enough for
Enough for
some food
today.
in the yeah, like enough for this meal, enough for some meals in the future. So
Yeah, just Stardew Valley fishing minigame.
yeah, you can even wear your nice new hat.
Yes. It's part of the fishing getup.
Of course.
Increases your fishing stats.
Yes.
That's what the guidance is for.
um love that I love that the hat that is just canon now.
She got it. She received it. It's hers now.
It is. I guess otherwise, so Shino is going to be helping around here. He would have helped bring some fruit back from the trees. Thanks, Shino, for also giving me looking up at the wall and considering scaling it. Don't do that.
Maybe ask the person who can literally walk up walls.
Yeah. And in general, he's going to help around if anyone needs a second set of hands with shenanigans.
I think Chuck actually would look at Tihomir and just go, "So how long can you pull that fancy trick of yours? Think you could just stroll up that thing?"
Oh, right, you can walk on walls, right?
How tall is the wall?
Me, the DM, trying to figure out how high is a tall wall in meters.
Usually, like, at least 2.5. That's pretty tall.
Yeah. Make it 4-ish meters. 4-ish meters sounds about right.
Okay, yeah. Tihomir gestures for someone to take over watching over the fire.
Shino will do that.
And then very casually walks over to the wall. Looks it up, looks it down, and then leans back and plants a foot and is now walking at like parallel to the ground, just up this 4-meter wall like it's nothing. Very casual.
Cool.
The only sign that gravity hasn't completely shifted for him is the fact that his sleeves are still hanging like down, so they actually like catch on the shape of his hands.
Okay, but that is a fun image. I imagine like the cape and stuff is also hanging back, so
Yep.
Yeah. He does lean forward to grip the top of the wall before he actually like crests it, just so he can like take a peek and make sure there's no one there.
Yeah. Well, as is on the wall, no one is here. Maybe you see a couple of crows fly off, but that's about it. There is a lot more greenery here. There's a fairly decent range of plants in this place. There are actual walls, so you can't see inside what you think is the garden. But from up here, you can see a couple of houses that look to be in use, but it looks to be like more towards the other side of the island, or this area, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
It's still some distance from where y'all are situated. You
Report
can't
this all back.
Yeah, you can't exactly tell who is there. It seems fairly small, but someone does seem to be living here. Yeah, I think that's about what you see here. Otherwise, the place is fairly quiet. There is some bird calls, and you might hear the sounds of some other creatures, but it's honestly a bit more quiet than you'd expect.
Reports this all back and waits for the group to come to a conclusion on what we should do.
Alrighty. I think at this point it's fair to say that, Lialah, you have succeeded in your fishing minigames.
Fish time!
So y'all can have, I guess, is this lunch? Is this dinner? I don't know. I don't remember what the time frame exactly for this is.
No matter what, Chuck is going to vote towards eat a meal before we commit to doing anything else.
Ah, yeah, Shino's in agreement. Honestly, Shino's going to suggest that they do make something of a camp here. Because it's not too bad of a place to take sleep. because they're probably going to need to do that at least a few times while here.
Yep. Just mind the edge.
I'll walk on the outside. I can catch myself.
Okay, just be careful, right? I can probably grab someone, worst comes to worst, though I can only do that so many times at once.
That's right. Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
stay near
Lialah.
where the fish is.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
got many fish.
You did.
We did very well.
Great work.
Man.
Let's
I
get
suppose
everything.
with-
Let me go first.
I suppose with everything, once we do have things set up here, shall we go look at the, well, I suppose village?
Yeah.
Makes
Let's get
sense
everything
to me.
sorted here. Let's get everything sorted here, then push on.
Okay. I think with that then, so have the plans been made, or is there anything someone else wants to discuss or mention?
I mean, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Mhm.
We know
Chuck's
where
got
we're
nothing
going.
else.
Yeah.
Okay. For fun and enrichment,
Oh, boy.
would anyone here be paying attention to the surroundings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Paranoid bastard that I am.
Great,
Passive
roll me
observation,
perception.
18, whatnot.
Do I roll or do I run off my passive 23? These are the questions.
Well, I will say you guys will get something for your passives, but it might not hurt to roll.
Oh, I made such a good decision then.
Alright, perception.
Aye, nice.
Damn.
That depends. Lialah, would you be paying attention to your surroundings?
Yeah, she would.
She's learned.
Okay.
Learning, yeah. The child is learning.
RJ made a good
Yay.
decision. I've made a
And
terrible
never
one.
mind.
Chuck is trying to
The
pay
child does
attention
not
too much
learn.
at once.
Oh my goodness.
The child has tried to learn and the child has gotten distracted.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Those are
Nice.
both
9,
nines.
9, and 26, baby.
Chuck is trying to do
Is
and
she
pay
not
attention
gonna
too much at
roll?
once.
Is she not gonna roll?
Okay,
Oh,
sure, I'll
I-
have
I
Shino
rolled
roll.
Okay, so I mistook perception to deception.
Well,
My perception is actually a +7.
So that's a 13 rather than a 9.
Yeah.
okay, I am
Learning
gonna say
somewhat.
learning somewhat. I'm gonna say the 13 and the 9 don't really get you anything, but for Shino and Tihomir especially.
Uh-oh. Did just Morskijez cut out, or am I out of the call? This is sounding like a me problem. Oh god, oh no. The Wi-Fi. That would do it. That would explain it. Connection problems. Thanks for telling me, Discord. Disconnect. Reconnect. Pull out the phone. Come on, I believe in you. Come on. Christ, the phone too? Jesus. Oh boy. Well. Oh. Life? Life? Oh, jeez. Okay, let's try that again.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, Kraken, are you back? Did the children release you?
The Wi-Fi gave out utterly for a hot second.
Oof.
Rip. Rip. Okay. Well, I guess, if you want to take a better look at, like, these voices aren't too near.
Oh, there's voices.
With that 26, you think they're close to. You're close to the fruit tree that Shino grabbed some food from earlier. If you want to try taking a better look without being seen, roll me a stealth.
Fuck, I missed my box. I missed my box again. Son of a bitch! Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
No?
25.
Oh yeah. That absolutely makes it. Yeah, no, those are that's 3 whole ass kids. I guess roll Arcana if you want.
Oh.
You can tell right off the bat these definitely aren't human kids. But for anything more, you'd need to roll Arcana.
Okay. Where's my... You're not proficient, this is flat. Okay, so that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
It's a 17?
Oh yeah, that makes it. Give me one moment. Yeah, so those are 3 young Malachim. You recognize a wind, a water, and what you think is an earth Malachim.
Playmates
Effectively,
for
the
Lialah.
kid. Effectively, you see them manage to nab some fruit before they go run off somewhere. You think it's in the direction of that village that was noted earlier.
So,
No.
sorry, did you say these are Malachim?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Fucking Tihomir silently rises and ghosts over. Watches them get fruit and leave, ghosts back. Those are Malachim children.
I mean, that would make sense. Malachim would live up here.
Can we go say hi?
Alright.
Maybe...
We might want to go more carefully, though. I imagine it's been a while since anyone's been up here.
I was
Yeah.
about to say maybe Chuck and I should stay here
Yeah.
for the first meeting.
Okay.
Here, Shino, you're the
is
emissary.
Well, it's fine. It's not like it's the first time.
You'll be fine.
Oh,
We'll be quicker on the uptake if you take a while to come back.
Thanks. It should be alright. But yeah, Shino isn't saying it out loud, but he's also saying that, most Malachim probably wouldn't be fine with diamonds, so...
Yeah, no.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Surprisingly, Tihomir's aware of that!
We're gonna stay
Yeah!
right here.
We're gonna stay out of the way!
Cool.
Lialah is just like, okay, stay safe, don't fight.
What? Me? Fight? Never. Him? No.
Nah, he'd rather run away, you know? He'll be safe.
What?
Okay.
I mean, yes,
Lialah
but hey.
nods sagely.
Tihomir is saying nothing.
Turns to you. You shut up.
Yeah. That does get Shino laughing a bit, but we'll try not to take too long. Stay safe, alright?
You stay safe.
There's
If
a
you need
nod.
us, yell. We'll come.
Can do.
Okay. I can be good at yelling.
Yep, your
I
very
will-
best,
I-
yell.
Yeah.
Honestly, Shino would count on that, because I don't think Shino can really yell. Too quiet.
Shino's loudest yell is just like,
Yeah. Just like, if... Okay, so I know this is off topic, but I think if, like, I don't know, Chuck tried to get a yelling competition, like, Chuck and Lialah are the obvious winners. Tihomir and Shino are definitely losing.
oh, completely. Chuck and Lialah are just like in a feedback loop of like heads tilted back screaming to see who can like hit the highest note or whatever.
If we're talking about pitch, Tihomir loses. If we're talking about loudness and or scariness, that's
Well,
a different story.
Scariness, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Tihomir has advantages to pull out in that area.
Yeah.
Thinks of the
Tihomir has
last
big
fight
lungs.
against... Thinks about the last fight against the big, Mon.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know, have any of you guys seen We Bare Bears?
Some.
I have heard of it. I've seen some clips around. I haven't really watched it though.
Kraken, you know how Ice Bear speaks in a monotone, does
Oh,
never
fuck,
raise
yes.
his voice? That's Shino. That's Shino.
That's
Right there.
My goodness. Oh my goodness.
Not even when he's tossed in a hole by Nom Nom does he raise his voice. It seems like he can't.
We'll send you clips,
goodness.
Morskijez.
We'll send you clips. We'll send you clips.
Thank you. Amazing. But I think with that the kids can be set loose amongst the the chaos. So I have things both groups can do. So I guess the question is who wants to go first?
Let's start with the Malachim.
Yeah, I want to see what's up with that.
Cool. Lialah, I think Shino would offer you a hand while you're both walking over there.
Good, yes. Child goes to walkies.
So honestly speaking, the path at this point is pretty quiet. You might spot some areas that some birds seem to be nesting. Shino seems to be more paying attention to where the kids, had been. But it maybe takes about, 15 to 20 minutes at most to, find your way to a bit of civilization. So at this point, you think you see a couple people out. There's a pretty old man. There's someone who seems to be more middle-aged, and you see a couple folk who are like probably close, who look closer to be in age to like Chuck and Shino. So, what do you do, Lialah?
Takes a deep breath.
Pardon? Staria? If you're
Yeah.
saying something, you were completely cut off.
Lialah takes a deep breath and does the biggest wave he can muster in a loud hi.
I think Shino face palms, but just walks forward with Lialah.
Back where the demons have been left, they hear Lialah shout and look at each other and just go, "That was a good one. It's fine."
Yeah.
Genuinely, though.
Yeah. Well, the old man looks surprised, and You think you recognize the face of why on earth are there more children here? But he walks over. um, oh man, I have no voice for this old man. But this is probably the oldest person you've met. You think, Lialah? Like, he looks older than old man Claude.
Oh,
Uh, I'm just going to give you this, but the guy also looks to be a lightning Malachim. So that's fun.
yeah,
Uh,
that this sure is a child. Um, what is a child doing here? You don't know.
I mean, from the old man's point of view, there's a child and there's another kid,
Lesser child.
lesser child. And I think the old man's gonna gruffly come over and say, "Hey, what are the two of you doing here? It's been
We got here on accident.
the pedestal down on the earth, misfire again."
There is a moment of Lialah trying to decipher what the language is. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, Shino on his end nods, and will note that he and his companion got brought up here by accident. I think the old man on his end is going to grumble a bit, but for the moment at least will then just actually do a pretty normal check-in of making sure there are no injuries. Have you kids actually managed to eat? You know,
Yep.
stuff like that.
I got fish.
The old man nods. I'm afraid that there aren't a lot of houses here, but we can probably clear one out if you don't have somewhere to stay. Though I will say, best to not go towards the inner parts of this island, as we've gotten attacked recently. A bigger
What?
diamonds around. A bigger diamonds around. It's not exactly the safest going into the inner gardens. Been having some issue handling the problem, so make sure not to go there, alright?
Okay.
Lialah kind of looks at Shino over in the trying to convey the sentiment of if we're getting a house here, how are we getting our buddies?
Shino is actually going to explain to the old man that they have said something. Thanks, Kraken! Shino will actually note that he and Lialah have set something up a little bit further off. Thanks, the old man! Honestly speaking, Shino's going to ask more questions about the big diamond and why it's an issue. Shino's actually going to offer to handle the diamond problem. So there is a bit of bickering because the old man is skeptical, but Shino is persistent. But you'll have a bit of free time to do some spelunking, Lialah.
It's not okay.
Depends on if you. It depends on if you want to listen to this grumbling or not, or whether you'd rather look around town. So what you gonna do, kiddo?
All thoughts have left my brain. Hold on.
Felt that.
Lila moments.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the last few sentences?
TLDR, you've gotten some information Shino has mentioned. Now, there is already a house. He makes sure not to mention the diamonds already there. Shino also offers to handle the issue with the diamond. The old man understandably is like, hey, you're a kid. So these two are going to be bickering a bit before Shino is able to get more information. But you got free time, effectively, while this is happening, so if you want, you could explore.
Skitter, 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 skitter.
Okay, cool. I
The
guess first
child is
things
loose.
the child is loose. You just get a don't wander too far, okay, from Shino.
Yeah. It's like a child who got bored and while the parents are talking, so yeah, just going.
The difference is here you have an old man and a teenager bickering.
Yep.
Functionally
It's
the same
fine.
thing to them.
Yeah. I guess first things first, roll me a Percepi, just to get a gauge of this place, Lialah.
Persepi, and this time the right modifier.
Mm-hmm.
We take those.
That's
We
the
don't
one.
take those.
Oh my god. That's
You
a
take nothing.
one.
She trips.
Oh, rip, kiddo. Well,
Lialah is so enamored with new place and new people that he doesn't look at where he's walking and trips on his face. And yeah. It's a little
Well,
sad if it weren't for the squeaky toy noises.
Fucking
well, the good
GTA doof. Wow. Wasted.
the good news is this does get notice of someone. You find an old lady Malachim who will offer to like help you up. and we'll ask what a dear like you is doing wandering around here. Been a while since she's seen someone new.
Exploring.
Oh yeah?
Mhm.
Well, I will say if you're interested, you can come to my place. It's mostly books though, so I do know kids tend to be not the most interested with that. I
I'm
tell you
learning
not.
to read.
Oh,
I'm learning to read.
okay. Well, if you ever want more help, be sure to come over. I'll
The
be
lady
out for a...
gets an enthusiastic nod.
TLDR, lady's gonna be out for a while more. If you want, you can roll an insight.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, she's keeping an eye on the old man who... You'll be able to figure out that that's the village elder. Also, she's keeping an eye on the old man in case she needs to kick him on the shin for, like, being too blunt. So, you know.
It's fine. Shino's also got negative charisma. He gets it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep. Lialah nods, content, and continues exploring.
So, with that, you're able to figure out that the house the lady was talking about is one of the bigger houses, actually. And yeah, there's a fair bit of collection of books and stuff. You realize that she's got... It looks a little bit like the doctor's place in the previous town the crew were in. And there's a couple of decorations and bits and pieces here. You think she's lived here for a while. You're also able to spy a couple more houses around. One looks just a little bit more fancy. Another one looks, you think whoever lives there is kind of messy. And for the last house, it makes you think a little bit of the houses you see in Taliesin in that it's a well-lived house.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Let me
The
not.
child is exploring.
Staria, I'm sorry, I'm imagining like the fucking Vash Trigun scuttle.
Yes.
Did you say Moria?
Unfortunately,
Yes.
Did you just say
That's
Moria,
amazing.
Kraken?
Moria? No, Vash Trigun.
No,
Vash the
before you
Stampede.
said I'm sorry, I'm just imagining the Vash Trigun Scudder. What name did you say?
I fucking hope I didn't say Moria, because it's not even Staria's character.
That would be very funny.
well, it is my plot line, so, small mercies.
Aberration Investigator in our Tales of campaign.
It's more likely
More
than you
likely
think.
than you think. Yeah.
Then we've got the fucking co-founders right here.
Yeah,
I do a cute little pose.
we got the two fuckers behind us, mess.
Punts you into the sun.
Whee!
Oh, I love you all. I hope you know this. Goodness.
I think we killed RJ.
Just baby. Oh my goodness.
That shouldn't have made me laugh so hard. Oh my god.
It's just like the fucking inflection. Just, wee.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
It was so. It wasn't even like super excited or anything. It was just. I'm gonna die in the corner. You guys keep going.
We love you, RJ.
Ow. Keep getting this cuts on my finger. I can't wipe my eyes with that.
Grit. Okay, so Lialah, if you want, you can look around a little bit more. You think you can see someone. You think you can see someone vibing outside of the messy house,
Okay.
and you think you
Target
see
spotted.
Not even gonna listen to the other options. Just fucking
That will come
beeline.
later.
You know what? With how you said that, I'm just imagining Lialah walks up to this person. Lialah, you say something, they make the biggest pecking jump. They were
Just like,
nuts. They were. You just get and the person jumps. Okay, let me see. Which stork is this gonna be? I'm gonna say this is this guy in particular is a fire Malcolm. Looks a bit older than Shino. Hey there, kid. Hi. You have so thrown him off his groove.
That sure is a fucking child.
Yep. Does the child say anything, or does the child just stare ominously?
Well, stares for a little bit, then, hello, what's your name?
I know what I forgot to do.
Name
I
them.
forgot to give, name them.
That's how it be when it do.
The issue is I'm not great at naming things on the fly, so
My immediate thought was like,
Indra.
what the fuck was Sokka's like Fire Nation name?
Oh,
okay, you're so right, actually. You're so right, actually. I don't remember what it was, though.
I don't remember what it was, but it was just like, Flamey McFlamebeard or something.
Wang
Yeah.
fire.
Wang fire!
Thank you. This guy's called Wang, I guess, now. So, this guy's called Wang.
Hola!
You get a little wave back. I guess what are you doing around here?
Well, we kind of got here on accident, but I want to meet everyone. So
alright.
I'm here.
Alright. Well, I'm guessing by the noises I can hear from the other side of the house that you've already met the elder. And I'm guessing you've met Granny, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, my roommates are currently in the house, so it's gonna be a little bit until you can see them. But I do believe the other kids are currently wandering about town, so you can probably say hi to them.
Skitter, skitter,
Um,
skitter, skitter.
Gone.
Okay.
Yeah, this child has very little attention span.
Yeah, like Wang jumps a bit again, but it's just like, oh, okay. I will say in general, like, if you want, you can try rolling another Percepi to see if you find something. But aside from that, like, so it's not hard to find the other kids, and in fact, you are able to like chat and do whatever. Um, they actually have a bunch of like little shiny bits and pieces, a couple of bracelets made with beads and such, if you want to trade for that.
Nods.
But honestly, it's like, these are kids. Malcolm kids, so you do see them mess a bit with their respective elements. Uh, and you might get asked for what kind of Malak are you? They've never seen someone with white tips to their hair before.
Lialah Vos, I don't know.
Okay, that's cool. So I guess with that, so yeah, if you want, roll me a Percepi, but I think apart from that, like, that'll be it for the moment in this
Okay.
area.
Percepi.
Yippee.
Hey, nice. Okay, let me just double check what I set the DC to this to be. Okay, I'm afraid this doesn't quite beat that one, but you are able to find some extra rope.
Fuck yeah.
So you can add extra rope to your inventory. Meanwhile, with the adults, so what have you guys been up to?
Spent the first bit, Chuck at least, just listening intently for any initial shit, things have gone wrong immediately. But
Yeah.
other than distant shout of happy Lialah noise, nothing. Things seem to be going smoothly over there, so.
Very much
Yeah.
the same with Tihomir. On alert for like 5 minutes after that initial hi! But then when nothing else happens, slowly relaxes back. Sits, lotus position. You think, you can't see his legs under his robes. You think he's sitting in lotus position. And, starts seemingly meditating.
However, Tumir's knees work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However
How the
many
fuck does
needs
these work?
however many needs he has.
Fucking like
Um,
little nightmares anatomy going on under there.
Christ.
Goodness.
Am I wrong?
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna dignify that with a response.
but yeah, I'm going to say, so you guys will have some free time for shenanigans.
Well,
Um,
if Tihomir's meditating, Chuck relaxes some upon trouble not immediately happening, but is definitely not keyed down enough to just sit around like some people.
I mean, if you want to roll an insight check.
You know what? Let's do that.
oh boy.
What is your insight, Chuck? It's probably not. Yeah, flat. Let's go. He's doing good today, though. I love that for him. Have an 18.
Nice.
So there's no concern or anything in Tihomir's body language or face or anything like that. Seemingly very, very calm. However, there is, you can see his eyes are tightened just a little bit. He's not actually meditating. He is just very calm outward disposition, actually intently focused on the world around him.
Okay. Chuck is probably just then going to conclude that this as, you know, Tihomir's way of keeping an eye out, metaphorically. So, you know, fine, alright. Chuck would just
It's
end up
okay.
pacing for a minute, just because he can't sit still, doesn't want to go much closer to the edge, doesn't want to go any further in to avoid triggering any sort of Malcolm trouble that way.
I mean, there is still the area around the house. You could look around there, see if there's anything more.
You mentioned there's runes in, like, the water?
Yes.
Chuck wants to go to the water's edge and just see if he can glean anything more from there. Take a particular look at that.
You know what? Sure, roll me perception.
Who knows? Maybe it's time to take a swim.
Let me
Perception
know
is
if you
a-
try looking from outside or inside the water.
He would do outside first, and that's going to be a 19. It's just kind of like at the water's
Okay.
edge looking down, or climbing something, getting a bit of height to look down.
So from here you can't exactly get a good look inside the rooms, but there are definitely rooms in there. It would just take maybe a bit of a swim to get down there.
KT, going for a swim. Start shucking off outer layers to do that. Needs to do something.
There is, like, I like how we have two flavors of, I guess, waiting. There is the still kind and the I have to do something or I'll go crazy.
I mean, I've compared Tihomir to a spider before.
Ha ha ha, terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, like... Tihomir is like, he looks calm, he's just going slightly crazy internally. It's fine.
Well, he's actually
Tihomir,
just very
handshake,
focused.
Lialah, skitter.
Yeah. Skitter. That's where Lialah learned to skitter.
The really annoying thing is, he doesn't look like he skitters. He just kind of glides everywhere.
Graceful motherfucker.
Yeah.
Lila's
Yeah.
the skittering one.
Well,
Yeah.
Chuck's giving the benefit of warning. Is Tihomir going to say anything at all to this, or is Chuck just going?
There's no objection from Tihomir, so it's, you can assume that you've got his blessing.
Ha! Tacit approval. Here we go. Splash.
Oh my goodness. Roll... I guess roll Percepi again.
Not as good. Or actually, no, wait. That's just a little bit better. Never mind. Dirty 20. I can math.
Oh, that makes it then. Yeah, you think you do actually see, like, maybe a chest or something down there?
Treasure.
It would just take a bit to hole up, you think?
Treasure.
Which is me saying you need to roll athletics.
Does this man have athletics? Let's go. He has slight athletics.
If I recall, he's got better athletics than Tihomir does. Yep, I won.
That's no. Okay, so quick question. Remind me what your con is again?
I knew that was coming. The con
Is
is...
going to fucking drown?
The con is
I
plus
need
one.
Fucking drowning on here.
You can hold your
need to
breath for a
double-check
number of
what the-
minutes equal to 1 plus your con modifier with a minimum of 30 seconds.
Yeah, so
Okay,
plus
so
one
that's
con.
gonna be 2 minutes.
Yep.
So that's going to be 2 minutes. I guess roll athletics 3 more times.
Oh boy. There's the first one is 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The second one's gonna be an 18.
Okay.
And the third is a 6.
Okay. Roll me 1 more, and that'll be the tiebreaker to whether or not you get this.
Boy, oh boy. That's straight up 10.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Another.
you know what? If you know what, you can get this for a consequence.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What is your choice?
What are my choices? Hello?
You.
Yeah, I mean, your choices are get the chest and have a consequence, or don't get the chest.
I'll take the consequence, please.
One consequence coming right up.
Great. Number 1, congratulations, you get the item. Though your nose is a bit runny when you get out there.
Consequences served wet and ready.
This is the item.
God!
This is the item.
Belt
Secondly,
of... Oh. Whoa.
What? You're just giving that to us?
Oh god.
the consequence then is so I mentioned there were more Malachim in the village.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Ones come over here.
Ah!
Shit. Well, Tihomir would sense that coming.
Does Tihomir fucking
I'm
hide?
Yes, Tihomir is immediately looking back for a place to hide.
Chuck,
I'm
who has
going
no
to roll
idea
a
this is happening, just like pops out of the water like...
Darts over, scoops
And
him
his-
up, and fucking rolls into safety. Or
What?
tosses him into safety or something.
Well, you're really lucky because this guy rolled trash on his perception, so you are able to hide.
Sweet. So there's just a
Fucking
chest
mental image.
by the lake that's been freshly pulled out alongside a what looks to be a campsite that's been recently abandoned.
Yeah. So, whoever this guy is, you think Darrow Water Malachim also looks to be like, middle-aged maybe? Is definitely inspecting the chest and the signs of people being here. Where did you lot hide?
Good question.
Where is there
Where-
to hide?
So just like bushes that Tihomir fucking bowled them into?
Your options include bushes, the house, but that might be a bad idea. And the wall, technically, if you want to try sprinting up and behind that.
Bad
So
idea.
you will have to roll me stealth for that. And they're bushes.
It's probably a fucking sprint over to our friend who's just opened the chest, grab him by the scruff, throw him into a bush, and then dive in on top of him.
Okay,
Kind of situation.
you know what? Roll
Damn
me
good
stealth
thing
if
Chuck knows and trusts you, because he knows you well enough to not protest and stay silent, because clearly something's up.
you know what? Roll me stealth with advantage.
Oh, perfect.
I'll
Stealth
be
time.
nice and grant you that.
Whoa! Ho! Ho! Okay, this is the higher roll. This is the higher roll. This is the higher roll. This is the higher roll.
Oh,
We're gonna
nice.
ignore the other roll entirely because it was garbage.
Oh,
Okay, that's a 28, which means you're fine, thankfully. But Chuck, you won't have to roll because you're literally beneath Tihomir right
Yeah,
now.
smush.
You're kind of smushed. You are wet in your.
It's a little bit unfair how flexible Tihomir is because he's like spread eagled on top of you, but held up by like fingertips and toes, so you're not just crushed beneath him.
Silent
about the time-
listening.
That's about the time that you can now see this, Malik, Chuck, and another one actually comes over. This one looks to be a win, Malik, and you see the two discuss, just like sees the chest, sees the I guess abandoned campfire or a closed up place, and effectively they're going to talk a bit before walking off.
Do they take the chest with them? Is that still there?
They probably will take the chest with them, honestly.
Did we manage to get the belt first?
I mean, did you open the chest and take the item out?
I
Would you have done that when you got out, Chuck?
see, for fun conflict, I'm tempted to say Chuck just brought it up so that he could open it on shore and see.
oh God.
I mean, that was the question that Morskijez asked. Did you open it when you brought it out?
I think he
Yeah,
would have
like-
at least started to, but then fucking Tihomir barreled into him. So
I am going to say I will allow you to take it because
Take it.
of this
Take it.
consequence.
Take it.
okay.
Take it.
Yeah, we got it. He's
So
like clutching it in the bushes.
Yeah.
Holding on to it to dear, to dear life.
Yeah. So the chest is taken because, hey, that still is an empty chest. Perfectly reusable. But the two are able to head off.
Tihomir gives it like 5 minutes and then crawls off of Chuck with a very quiet, "It's a miracle they didn't see your clothes."
Yeah. No
Actually,
kidding.
that is a good point. Let me roll perception
rolled
for the
a
other
4.
one.
They
No,
rolled
this
a
is
4.
This is for the other one.
Okay.
Damn it!
Surely these just belong to the teenager that wandered into the village.
Yeah, surely.
Okay.
Totally the correct
So-
size.
I will be real with you. Those okay, what did you all shuck off? Chuck.
They probably got taken off by the campfire. And it's not even recently abandoned, so there's probably an assumption someone's coming back.
Oh no.
Man,
This would have also been
I'm
bad
wondering-
if Chuck had been straight up seen, because with the layers he took off,
Yeah.
he would have actually been very visibly, obviously not human.
That's the other thing.
Yeah. So I am now trying to figure out whether the other one would go. How maybe we should take. Oh man. I'll roll
I
a
mean,
d20.
this is the question. Do you want to rob Chuck of the clothes off his back?
I think that would be very funny, because he would not like that at all. Like, notably, this, outside of, like, the initial, hey, you and me are the same, Chuck very much is, this will be least amount of clothes that Tihomir's ever seen him in.
What did he strip down into? Is it just like
So basically,
an
like,
undershirt?
poncho off, basically extraneous clothing so that he wouldn't be bogged down by extra stuff. Basically, it's going to be, like, undershirt and pants, like, so, basically, arms exposed.
doesn't even have his boots?
No, barefoot.
Doesn't even have shoes.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. I think the Water Malachim would have spotted these, gone, huh, these belong to the kids.
We should return them to the kid.
Yeah, just like, might as well pick them up. Either someone else came up here, or they're the kids, so we can hand them back there. So, congrats, Chuck. Your clothes have been taken.
Shit.
So, yeah, the chest and the clothes were taken.
In that case, then Tihomir gives it 5 minutes, and then crawls off of Chuck and goes, "That's not ideal."
No. Because Chuck's got black claws for hands, and that black creeps up to the elbows. That's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think Tihomir's gonna fucking judge you for that?
Tihomir's not going to judge, but I'm just saying, on an island full of Malachim, which are already, you know,
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
This is not a good thing for Chuck to be. Gloves
Tihomir
gone,
pauses,
poncho gone.
sees Chuck pouting, and then unclasps his cape and, like, kind of wraps it around Chuck, so at least he's covered.
Aw.
Of course, this is a cape made for someone who is significantly taller than you, so you are probably fucking swamped in this thing.
Oh, completely.
Yeah. Goodness.
Right.
But yeah, congrats, you have a belt of hill giant strength now.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that'll resolve the, some of the issues with, athletics in
None
this
of us
party.
having strength, yeah.
Literally,
wanna-
Shino is the only one who has strength, so
Do we
balance
wanna-
that out a little.
Does Chuck want to have it, or should we give it to the biggest member of the party?
I will let you guys decide that.
I'm posing this question to the rest of my party.
Yeah, so, like, that
What's
is
the question again?
Belt of
Who
Hill
gets the
Giant
belt?
strength. Who gets it?
I think the funniest answer is Lialah.
I was
It
about to
probably
say.
is Lialah, but if we have to carry people, then Lilah's not be a good option for
Lila's
that.
the funny option. Tihomir is like
The smart
The-
option.
the smart option. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chuck option is Chuck, because he's the one who went spelunking for this, goddammit. And also,
Still not
a bunch of his
spelunking,
clothes
it's
just
still
got
not a
yoinked.
cave.
It's not me making this say.
He took the swim. He did the work.
Took
That's
a
Chuck's
dive.
opinion.
Took one for the team.
I mean, if you want it, you can have it. I think it's fucking hysterical that Tihomir has fucking flat strength despite being as big as he is.
Mm?
And
I
Chuck
think
very
it'll be
technically has +1.
Lilah has a +2. I think it'll be funny if Tihomir has it.
it's honestly
Tihomir
the
or
smartest
Chuck?
option. I think.
Yeah. Lialah would be the funny option. Tihomir is like the smart option.
None of us consider Shino for even a second.
Shino's got strength. Shino doesn't need strength.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. Shino literally doesn't need that belt because next time he gets like a feat or an ASI, he is not going to need that belt anymore because it will have no use for him.
Good
Damn.
God.
Yeah,
His strength is
he's the
19.
singular person
Party
who
tank.
did not dump strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
his strength is 19, so
Jesus.
like
The in-character
Yeah,
answer
I
here is
think-
that Chuck's going to keep it for himself because he did all the work, but then probably at some point it's going to get passed on to Tihomir anyway.
Keep it for now then. You do fun
Yeah.
things with your fucking +5 strength.
okay, sounds good. So congratulations,
Clips it on.
you can.
Uses it to keep the fucking cape in place.
Yeah!
God.
Gonna go test it by
But
picking
also-
up the big meteorite that none of us could earlier.
And it still doesn't work because you haven't attuned to it yet.
Yeah.
Well, now he has to sit down.
Yeah, now you have to do sit down.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So good English.
Yeah.
Well. That's what he'll be doing.
This is so funny.
Tihomir
Yeah.
just kind of sighs and picks him up by the scruff and puts him down by the fire and goes, "Dry off before you get a cold."
Tougher than that.
Oh yeah. I was going to say, if you're not by the campfire for this, I will make you roll con to see whether or not you get a cold. So.
Yeah, no, there's a fire. We'll take the fire.
Okay, cool.
Hey Chuck, you remember what you learned about Tihomir and how he used to be a father?
Yeah!
Oh man.
Yeah.
Reoccurs to him
at
as he's
you.
just like fucking mothered into being in front of the fire.
Dad mode engaged.
Yeah.
Fucking knife cat face at you.
Yeah. Hee-hoo.
He to the who.
To the
I
who, to
think-
the
Chuck chewing that over as he works out, like, does he bring that up? How does he bring it up?
who. Now would be the time for it.
It
Now
would.
would be the time.
But he also have to admit that he listened into the conversation.
Yeah, there's that. You seem good with kids. Do a good job with those two.
Shino was old enough to not need much in the way of guidance. Just support.
Still, support's can't underestimate the good support. Pokes at fire with stick.
I would know. I'm a support class. I had to make the joke.
Can I ask you a question, Chuck?
Yeah, shoot.
You can still feel, yes?
I think so. Yeah, probably. I mean, stuff can bother me, so I guess that's, yeah. What, you saying you don't feel?
The thing that I clung on to during my transformation was the fact that I had to stay alive to get back to my family. And then it was finished and I realized I couldn't feel anything. thinking about them when they brought up the faintest grief. So no, I can't.
Outright stab me, why won't you?
And you didn't see them again after transformation, is that correct? Or
I stayed away from Low Rush.
smart.
Yes.
Poking harder at fire.
Is there something you wish to say?
I don't know if there's one thing or other that I don't know why I survived, came to, woke up, I don't know, but I mean, it's probably because the family picked me up right after. Carted me back. Tried to nurse me well, and then, well, didn't work.
The family?
Me, I didn't work.
No, you mentioned a family that saved you.
Yeah. I mean, they picked up carcass after the damage was done, tried to heal that kid. Didn't work.
Not a carcass. You're still alive. You are not human, but you are still alive.
Yeah, you know, technicalities. But
I can smell the life in you.
sure, but not that kid's life.
You have grown, and you have changed, as everyone does.
Yeah, that's... Look, I... Gestures at self. What woke up was not their kid. So, you know, had the teeth and the claws and the demon stuff going on.
Is your sense of self so fragile that a mere physical change would so irreparably ruin it?
I don't think being changed into a monster is a small... It's not so little as you're making it out to be, T. There's a
have
reason you
changed.
stayed away from your people.
That is true. I stayed away because I did not want to die. And I stayed away because I knew it would hurt them. I did not stay away because I was no longer myself. You have changed, outwardly. But you are not a monster. You still think. You still have a name and a personality. You are not mindless, nor are you evil. You simply are.
Still not that kid, though. Drop the name.
I suspected as much.
Yeah, there's no parent out there cool enough to name their kid Chuck Dagger, huh?
Cool is a descriptor for it.
It would have been better if they hadn't picked me up. They could properly grieve and all that. Instead of something with their child's face, waking up, all that. So,
Did you leave them or did they leave you?
I had to run.
So they chased you out.
Yeah, they had already taken a risk by bringing me back to try to heal, to try and do anything. There's the general
Did Kraken
sentiment.
die again?
Kraken, you still with us?
Hello? Am I?
Yeah, I think Kraken
Yeah,
died again.
I think-
Oh no.
God damn it, the Wi-Fi.
Rip.
Damn it, Discord!
Rip. Kraken, are you
Hi,
back?
I am good.
No.
Yes.
I heard
Okay,
they
I think
already
the
took a
Wi-Fi-
risk and then you just went silent.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The folks already took a risk by bringing me back to try to do anything. Conventional wisdom in that area is just once you're got, that's it. So, loved enough to try, but, you know, monster's a monster, and, yeah. Had to get out before, while I could.
Self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
Then we are not exceptionally dissimilar.
Considering you're the only other person I've met who's even remotely kind of like me in this area, yeah.
There are not many of us. It takes a strong will. Or something very powerful to keep you grounded.
There was... I wasn't the only one there at the site, but I was the only one that got, if you feel me, so... Probably what it was is just... If I turned before help came, then that other kid was going to be a goner on my account, so...
You did not want to hurt them.
No, did not.
Noble.
Yeah, I suppose you could say it is. Didn't stop them from, coming for me. But I probably would have done the same, so... That's that.
You cannot always trust someone to do you a good deed in turn. The fact that someone came for you is more than most would expect. Even if they did turn on you in the end.
Yeah. They're not bad folks. They're just...
Scared.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, I do not judge them. Lest you forget, my job in humanity was to hunt down demons. I was an exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
In most cases, such fear is, shall we say, not unwarranted. As there are in many cases, there are some where it is unnecessary.
But better safe than sorry.
Such sentiments have kept humanity alive.
Exactly.
I think you do yourself a disservice, though.
How so?
If you were a monster, you would have killed Lialah the first time you met her.
Well, same back to you then. It's just... Fine, if we're saying it takes a strong will to be what we are or whatever, then sure, we'll say it's hardwired into me not to hurt kids. Call it that.
It is not just that.
You're still a dad, I'm still a big brother. There we go.
Even in the changed self, some trace of the former self remains. You are not as different as you think.
It is good to have met someone like me. It's nice.
I will endeavour to live up to your expectations.
Well, I don't know if there's expectations on the ground. I mean, I would say we're only human, but fundamentally, we're not. It's the point.
None of us are. If we're being technical about it.
Yeah, but those gestures towards an island, those are angels. Malcolm, whatever you want to call them. That's... They do good.
And we don't.
You heard what Shino was saying. We exude malice or whatever the fuck.
Humans
Poison.
also.
And us, more so.
Because we have been changed by it. I consume it. These, and he reaches up and takes off the mask, displaying his big ass fangs. These are not for show.
Yeah, how does that work? I didn't clearly see what happened with the bog iron incident. Sheena was freaked out by it, at least.
I ate it. Part of it. And was empowered by it. It is not the only way I am empowered by other demons.
Interesting. I don't think I do that, but then again, hasn't been as long for me. And I just kill the fuckers whenever I'm paid enough to do so.
Not what I mean.
Okay, then how do you mean?
Has it been like half an hour, Morski?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say it's been about half an hour.
Okay, so Chuck, Tihomir's eyes change color.
Oh ho?
And let me just fucking grab up my goddamn list. So I can double check which fucking color this would be. Where the fuck? Hello? Yeah, so the eyes go from, like, a dark black to a metallic silver color. I can pull in the power of other daemons into myself and make it my own.
Fucked up.
By the way, I'm shaking both of you. Just FYI.
This some like
You know
leftover
why.
wacky exorcist stuff, or
Shakes his head, stands up, and then gestures for you to step close.
he's dry, he's warm, will do.
Hit me.
Eyebrows go up and then he grins. Yeah, I can do that. Rolls to attack, I guess.
Yeah, roll the hit.
Oh my goodness, roll to pun.
Roll to hit Tihomir in his befanged, exposed face he's been invited to. Unarmed attack is like a plus strength, so sure.
Yeah, it's a flat strength for you because you're not proficient.
Yep. Okay, so that's 14 to hit.
Jesus Christ. I mean, can I just allow this to hit,
Yeah.
Morski?
Yeah,
Tihomir
you
just
can.
like leans over slightly
Okay.
to make it hit.
Go ahead and roll
my
damage.
goodness.
Go ahead and roll damage while I just double check how this works.
And unarmed strike is, it's literally just 1 plus your strength. So it's have 2 damage.
Okay, well I'm going to block all of this damage no matter what.
Yeah.
As a reaction, I activate my stalwart spirit, and reduce that damage taken by a D8 plus my wisdom modifier plus my monk level. It's like minimum of like 10 damage, 11 damage, but I'll roll a D10 anyway. I reduce it by 19 points.
Chuck could
You
have
get
pulled out a
18
knife
instead.
to shank Tihomir, but you know, nah, they're buddies.
Pull
They're
that knife
having a
from where?
heart-to-heart.
Pull out a knife from where, Kraken? Where were you keeping that knife?
You know what? You know what? For funnies, Chuck moves to pull out a knife, pauses, realizes it's fucking gone, shrugs and punches.
Okay, yeah, so you go to punch and he lets you and you like try and hit him in the very fucking giant jaw that he's got going on.
Yep.
And you connect with something, but it's this kind of brief shimmer so quick that you wouldn't have seen it if you weren't so close and kind of looking out for it. This brief shimmer of kind of silver energy that blocks your punch and just ripples the impact outward, dealing exactly no damage.
Shakes out fist. Neat trick.
It's not the only one I've got. But it takes time to draw in another daemon. I can keep them trapped indefinitely, but
It'd work on me.
no. You are still alive.
Huh. Can very
shit, I need to
visibly
walk
see
up another
Chuck
piece of that.
taking that information and tucking it away. Potentially
That's
useful for
now-
later.
Number 6.
Proud of you. Man.
This is a knife for the future.
Yes, it
is.
Me looking at current notes and when knives can be turned into different knives. Let's hope this all works out.
Mm-hmm.
Knife smithing.
You notice, by the by, Chuck, that silver energy faintly flickers over Tihomir's form for a few more seconds before vanishing.
And when did you figure out that trick? Was that like from the beginning, or?
Pauses, has to actually think.
Ha!
I am unsure.
Well, useful at any rate. Reach up, pat shoulder. So yeah, like, sure, maybe you can't feel the same or don't feel, but, you know, instinctually being kind versus choosing to be kind, you know. The choosing is honestly more impressive.
Regardless, my point is this. We are only monsters if we choose to be. Thus far, you have chosen to be as you were. Messy, complicated, but ultimately good-hearted.
Suppose so. And you've chosen to tag along with this whole mess, so yeah.
The faintest of shrugs as he fixes his mask.
Kind of sits down by the fire again, glances towards where Shino and Lialah trooped off, and also where the other Malcolm disappeared to.
Yeah.
Hey, would you say this? Would you say this is this conversation is closed? But for now, because if it is, I know how to. Great.
Yeah.
So, Lialah and Shino are coming back.
Oh, goody.
And, like, I think at this point, Shino lets hold of Lila's hand so she can run over to you lot. And Shino is going to come over and go, why on earth were some of the other Malachim carrying your clothes? I got them back for you, by the way, and, like, they're tossed at your face.
Ah, you're a
Chuck.
gem.
What on earth were you doing? Like,
He went swimming.
I was getting this display belt. You're welcome.
Ooh, what's it do?
Magic item, huh?
It's just now occurred to me, RJ, that neither of us identified this thing. You've just kind of been wearing it. It could have been cursed.
It could have been cursed.
But
That would
consider
have been
nothing's
so
happened.
funny.
Yeah, no, Chuck's like, this is a neat belt, and then I got cut up in all this, but, like, you know what? It's a neat belt. And he got his clothes back, so, like, you know, win-win-win all around, everything's good.
Shino just face palms.
Never punished.
It's okay, we can change that in the future.
That is certainly one way to put it.
Gonna start shrugging on clothes again. It's like, you know, they're high in the air, it's colder than on the ground, and it's probably getting towards a nighttime.
Yeah. I do have good news and bad news on our ends as well.
Alright, shoot.
So, they do suspect that someone else is here thanks to, your clothes.
What? They don't look like they fit you? Holds up the poncho. It definitely fucking does not.
You are given the most deadpan look. The other bad news is that it seems... Well, I guess first things first. So, the pedestal here is broken, but the idea is that tomorrow, some of the folk here will come over to fix it.
So we need to be out of the way.
Yeah. And alongside that, so it seems that the pedestal on the ground has been malfunctioning. They don't know why, but recently it's turned on when it's supposed to be turned off. That's how the diamond that's currently attacking them got here. So,
There's a diamond up here.
Yeah. Has been trapped in the garden, specifically more towards the temple up here. I've managed to convince the elder to let me go and handle the problem.
You're not going alone.
I'm also going. Right?
Okay.
You're not going with each other.
You're also going.
There's a distinct there's a distinct pause from Shino when Lialah went, "I'm going with you." He's like, "You're absolutely not going with me on my own." Yeah. It seems that this diamond has enough malevolence around it that it is actively damaging to those of our kind.
Uh-oh.
So, if you'd be willing, help would be nice.
That was perfectly timed, Staria.
Just imagining Lialah saying that, Shino's explaining.
Yeah. Lialah definitely just said that. Just like after all the talk they had about how malevolent can hurt Malcolm real bad, and especially Malcolm without a vessel. Just
Everyone turns to look down at Lialah and is just like, nuh-uh.
So help would be appreciated. I'd do it myself, but it's probably a bit too dangerous.
Yeah, if a whole population here doesn't want to tangle with it, yeah, no. Nuh-uh.
How do I get like a vessel and like, not
Neither I.
be super...
We need
What's
the right
the word?
item for it.
vulnerable to...
It's vulnerable.
vulnerable to malice.
Well, malevolence.
Yeah.
So first things first. Unfortunately, we don't have the right item. It would really help if we knew what kind of malak you were, because that could help specify things. But
looking
as
at her hands.
I don't know.
Does this place have a graveyard?
What?
I can check, but I wouldn't think so.
Hell, you want
It
a
is a
graveyard
temple
for
though,
it.
so there is a temple though, so we might be able to find items inside. Though we need to just apologize to the residing Tyrion first, possibly trade some. For now,
Why
at
are we
least.
looking for a graveyard?
Shino's assuming because, hey, there might be something of a heirloom left over.
Yeah, Chuck just immediately heard grave robbing, went, okay.
Tihomir's so glad that everyone else jumped to a conclusion, even if he's not fond of what that conclusion is.
Yeah.
The gang goes grave robbing.
which is why Shino went probably not, because only Malachim live here. I'll let you guys come to what implications that leaves on your own.
I mean, Tihomir is 100% just like, okay, so they don't leave behind bodies. I thought so.
Yeah. There might be something in the, but we would just need to apologize and possibly trade something. Regardless, even if you did have a vessel, when we go there, Lialah, do not get close to that diamond. Even
Okay.
those with vessels were having trouble, so
I'll be long range then. I mean,
yeah.
shoot, do shooty shoot.
Yeah, you can. Also, Lialah, you get like a head pat.
Yes, good.
Otherwise, I've managed to get some information. I've also been warned that they have trapped the area, especially around the temple entrance and closer to where they managed to push the diamond off to.
Trapped schmaps. Cracks knuckles.
I wouldn't take them so lightheartedly. They likely imbued some of their elemental magic in.
More to the point, how are we going to get close enough? Rather, how are we going to get myself and Chuck close enough that the traps will even be an issue?
We'll just have to disarm the traps or find another way in. Apparently the diamond is quite a big one. Think closer to what we fought down in the swamps.
No, I mean,
So,
how are myself and Chuck going to get into this village of Malachim?
I wasn't thinking of
We
going
don't
to
need
the
to go to
village.
the
I was just
village.
gonna skirt the outside.
yeah, we don't need to go into the village. The actual entrance to the garden is a bit further off.
Tihomir just not satisfied with that answer.
Yeah, no, so straight up, the entrance to the garden is a bit further off.
Still brings us super
Otherwise-
close to the village, though.
Yeah, gonna have to be careful about that, but
Don't be
like...
suspicious, so don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Suspicious. Otherwise, no one should be in the garden. And so long as we're able to get that handled, it should be fairly smooth sailing to come back.
They never even need to know that T and I stepped on this piece of rock.
Hopefully not. From what I understand, the Elder hasn't had the best experiences with diamonds, so I haven't said anything.
I don't know if anyone's had a
Alluding to
good
you
experience.
I mean, arguably I'm having a good experience with you two.
Yeah, but you can't
But-
exactly call us standard.
Fair enough, yeah. It was my own job to help hunt diamonds when they got too close to settlements, so... But I suppose with that, they will fix things here tomorrow. And, they'll probably expect me to come back and explain the situation once we're done. So I'll be able to do that, and then effectively we can pack up and go.
Sounds like a plan.
I am just going to take a moment now to see if Shino would have gotten anything else. From the Elder.
In between all the bickering of, let me do this, no, let me do this, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, there is something Shino did in the end to, like, be able to leverage being able to do this. But roll insight maybe to
Ooh.
Yup.
roll insight, I guess, to figure out that Shino was bickering and what he used to
Just gonna double
win
check.
this.
Deception and stealth. Okay, so it's not my insight modifier is not affected. That's fine. What's my insight modifier? I think it's a +8.
Oh, 16. That's quite good, actually.
Woo! Oh!
Oh.
This is not super good, but it's higher than that.
Alright, insight,
it's
because
higher
I
than
don't
a
think
10,
Lialah
I'll
would
take it.
listen. Oh my goodness.
Oh, like,
Nice.
you know what? This makes sense because Lialah, you literally overheard this. Lialah, you literally overheard this for the other two. Yeah, with this Chuck, yeah, you get the feeling that Shino was bickering with the old man because the old man, understandably, didn't want to let the teen go fight that on his own. And Tihomir, you get the sense that Shino probably leveraged something to get permission, per se. Lialah, you don't know what it means, but you think you heard a line or two over Shino being Elmasia's ward, and that this is something he and the other wards would come handle. So while he's here, he can do this.
What did you offer?
The ward.
What?
Shino, what's the ward? He said the thing. He said that.
Where to what?
Like
Mhm.
rather my guardian was Elmasia. Well, is. He's just asleep right now.
What's that?
By the way, roll me religion for the other two, for the two adults.
Yeah, I was about to say, Lialah would not be able to roll religion.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh no.
Hell yeah. That's a nat 20, baby.
Chuck got
Yippee!
nothing.
Oh, that is so in character though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Elmasia is the Empyrean of the Earth.
Fucking shit. What?
Elmasia is the Empyrean of the Earth.
Bruh.
Can I get a fucking spelling on that name?
Yeah, sure. Let me just find where I have it written. There you go.
Oh, that's not at all how I thought that was spelled.
But yeah, and Shino will tell you, Lialah, my guardian's the Earth Empyrean, Elmasia. He picked my siblings and I up over the years, so.
Well, that sounds important.
Yeah. It can be.
Tihomir actually looks faintly surprised.
Tihomir, who knows?
What does that mean?
My guardian's someone who has a fair bit of power. As is, though, he's asleep alongside the others, so it's probably gonna be a while till you can meet him.
Okay.
If you guys want, you can ask how long he's been asleep.
Like when
I think Shino. I think Tihomir would do that.
I think the last time I've seen him was maybe 2 decades ago.
Oh, so you're just running around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she
those people know that this person is sleeping? They're not gonna like double check?
Well, yeah. If the Empyreans were awake, we'd be seeing a bit more activity from the elements along the lines of earthquakes and volcanoes. It's been rather quiet the past couple decades.
That's certainly true.
It's fairly obvious for those who know.
Tihomir nods like, yep. Yeah, it is.
So yeah.
Lialah votes, I have approximate knowledge of what this means.
Approximate knowledge of many things.
Well,
That is true. Lialah
approximate
is...
knowledge of things, not necessarily many.
It's fine.
I have approximate knowledge of TV static noise.
Exactly.
Approximate knowledge of a couple things.
Some things.
Yeah. But, as is, admittedly, unless you'll poke more, Shino's probably not gonna say more.
Tihomir is content to keep his own counsel. Although, knowing what you know now, Chuck, fate like a surprise. Probably his equivalent of a loud "what the hell" in
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah, so I mean, if you wanna interrogate Shino more, I'm encouraging y'all to.
Chuck's just like mulling that over. Okay, so like when you say they're asleep, is that, what does that actually mean? Like 2 decades? Is this like a normal cycle thing? What's going on? I haven't been alive long enough to know what the hell it means when these shits are awake.
Like a pause and so I believe a fair few humans worship the Empyreans. Like, you have churches and stuff like that, right? I haven't really been to one myself.
That'd probably feel weird for you, yeah.
Like a shrug. Like, Leon's told me about it some, but there are 4 main Empyreans for each of the main elements. And then you see him pause, because he is trying to figure out what's a good way to word their strength. I guess a good way to put it is, Empyreans are Malachim who are strong enough to take the land as their vessel.
Terrifying.
They tend to help keep order around, though I don't know too much as to how the other Empyreans work, but at least with Elmasia, my siblings and I would help make sure that if a particularly powerful daimon is coming too close to a settlement, help out where we could. They tend to help keep malevolence down too, thanks to how strong me, the DM, forgetting words. I do apologize. Give me a moment to find this lore.
Good.
What the heck is this stuff called again? Because I wrote this down. Right domain. They got particularly powerful domains, which helps keep the malevolence down, but considering the amount of prayers going towards them has been increasing in recent times, they've had to go and sleep. We'll see when they wake up again.
Right. Okay.
So all they do is sleep? That's boring. How are they not bored? I mean, I would like to sleep a lot, but like,
Yeah, unless I didn't particularly like sleeping for that long either, but there's only so much he can do about it.
But what I am hearing is free ticket to do what you like in the name of this this Empyrean. So,
Shino makes a face, and it's like more like people will badger me, or it might. I don't like going to too big settlements because sometimes that means they might try pulling me into politics, and no,
oh, gross. Yeah, no.
yeah.
The detriment of being well connected.
It's. Well, I am perhaps not the best for this. It was easier when my siblings were around because they were better at talking to people.
Okay, and then where are said siblings? You all just scattered at the moment?
I'm trying to find my oldest, but for the other three, they are no longer on this earth.
where did
Okay.
they go?
Uh, I'm afraid that they died against the dragon.
Oh,
As is though, Akihito and I were traveling for a while, and then about a century ago we got separated, so I've been trying to find him. So,
Well, that sucks. Good luck.
yeah, I'll need it.
Hesitant hand reach out, pat on shoulder.
Just is kind of confused, but okay. Not gonna lie, he wasn't expecting that. But okay.
Clear throat step back. Kid did just admit that like a chunk of family is gone.
Yep.
And the head of the
That.
family is like, taking a big snooze.
Mm-hmm. Um. I'm trying to think. I guess for fun and enrichment, you can roll. If you want, you can roll me unintelligent.
Intelligence.
Just flat intelligence?
Intelligence.
Yeah, just an intelligence check.
Oh, I can do
Pretty
that.
good for a flat.
That was some cackling
child.
from Kraken right there.
For a nat
Pretty
20.
fucking good.
Oh, this makes sense with
That's
what
also
you
pretty
just
fucking
said.
good. Hell yeah. Not quite as good, but
Oh.
still very good.
Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. This especially makes sense for you, Chuck, considering you're an older brother, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shino was the youngest sibling. You
The
also get
vibes
that
solidify.
Tihomir. Yeah.
I feel like the two demons of the group just kind of share a glance.
And they're just like, oh, baby. Baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shino is was the youngest of them. Still is, technically.
So hang on. Which one did Shino say was still around?
Akihito, who is the oldest. All of the middle siblings are gone.
The silent demon communication is just Chuck pointing at Shino and going, "Baby."
Please know if you say that out loud, the
Oh
Shino's gonna
no,
squawk.
not allowed. Just... Man.
Yeah. So congratulations on the knowledge. Hmm?
When did that happen?
Which part?
The dragon. Your siblings dying.
A pause. I think about 2 centuries ago, it was all 3 of them. I don't have the exact count on the years. For fun, roll me insight.
That's pretty fucking good.
God.
5, I think.
Oh yeah. There is.
I keep forgetting your insight modifier is just flat. I was like, did you forget to add that?
No.
Nope, you just rolled
no,
a
I
3.
did not.
My
Oh
goodness.
my god.
Okay. Chuck, you don't notice anything?
Nope.
Tihomir, there is a part that Shino isn't saying. You don't know what specifically, but you distinctly get the sense that there's a part that Shino isn't saying.
Just the faintest narrowing of his eyes.
Shino looks away. You think you might be able to ask him a bit later.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's
Yeah.
that's the signal of let's talk about that later when the others are asleep.
Yeah. Shino can work with that. Shino can work with that.
Goodness.
It was a while after Astrid's time, so.
Does he just say this out loud in front of the other two?
Oh wait, I'm trying to. Oh, good question, Shino. Do you I don't think he thinks about it.
He just
like
says it.
yeah, just like he sees Tihomir stare at him, shuffle, and just like mentions that it was a while after Astrid's time, so Shino, who is having a
What?
moment.
What is that? Who? What?
Local child is
So
confused.
Lialah, gonna go scoop up kid.
Version
Why
of
don't-
Shino realizing, he picked up.
Lialah, why don't we take a look around and make sure we've picked up absolutely everything from around here to make sure we leave no trace
fine,
of camp
Chuck.
or...
It's fine, Chuck.
Hmm.
Astrid
Sorry.
was my son.
You had a son?
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's, thanks.
I am very old. and my son had a normal human lifespan.
Ah, I see.
He first met my sister, Ayana, and, they worked together. So the rest of us met him and would go there a lot. Logres is kind of a second home.
Lilia would have loved that.
Yeah. At least whenever I saw her, she seemed to like the company.
Should we note Lila's still scooped up in Chuck's arms?
Lilah might have to roll intelligence for that. Chuck, I'm just gonna give you this. Lilia was the name of his wife.
Yeah.
Chuck making at least a token effort to look like, wow, this is all new information to me. I have done no eavesdropping whatsoever.
Roll deception, motherfucker.
Roll a
Lilah
deception.
Lilah is confused.
Yeah, Lilah does not understand all of these new words, new names. Just like, okay, it doesn't think about it.
Goodness. Oh my. Yeah, roll deception. Oh my goodness, that's actually
30-20.
decent.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nope, that's the wrong modifier.
Roll d20 plus 7, I think.
Get seen, idiot.
Nope.
no.
Shino has not realized that Chuck overheard.
Tihomir knows.
Mm-hmm.
But Tihomir knows, yeah.
Tihomir can see past the veneer of shock into the undercurrent of guilt.
Shino, meanwhile, not looking at anyone's eyes, so he doesn't see it.
Well, good thing Tihomir doesn't have emotions, because it means he can't be hurt by this.
Boy.
Now I'm shaking you.
Hey. You're right, but hey.
Well, I was not kidding about cleaning up the campsite. Come on, Lilah.
Okay.
We should try and make any trace of us be gone before morning.
Exactly.
At the very least, they know Lilah and I will be here, so
Still, it's being good guests.
yeah. But at least some mistakes at least will be alright.
Margin of error. I like that.
It's a good thing Tihomir likes sleeping in trees.
We could try seeing how the last room is. It didn't seem bad, yeah?
Not terrible.
Listen, you will see this man sleep in fucking trees. You know he'll sleep anywhere. It's reasonably defensible. Like, come on. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that.
Yep. I suppose then the gang are able to like get bits and pieces for like dinner and setting up. If
Fish.
you want, would it be fair to say that Tihomir gets a moment to corner Shino?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Chuck whistling, looking the other way. Occupy child.
If you want to eavesdrop, I guess roll stealth.
Tihomir very deliberately watches Chuck as he pulls Shino out of hearing range.
Yeah. Chuck's gonna leave that alone. Just he knows he's been caught.
Smart man.
There will be other opportunities to eavesdrop later.
He never learns.
Of course. Of course. I'm trying to figure out how to describe the expression Shino's given me. It's like that he knows Tihomir has caught on, but he's not saying anything yet. I think you'll need
Plausible
to say the first word.
deniability.
I think you'll need to
Goodness.
say the first word, Tihomir.
There's
Um,
something you've not said.
Yeah. It was one of my siblings who became a dragon, and the other two died stopping her. Shino is not looking you in the eyes, and he is just quiet after that.
Did we lose RJ?
No.
RJ, are you
Okay.
I'm still here. Tihomir just kind of inhales, exhales. Shit.
We should have been more careful, I suppose, but there isn't exactly anything that could be done after.
I'd imagine not.
Akihito and I mostly just came back to find the devastation.
Was she... He pauses here, very visibly trying to think of a wording other than actually put down. Or...
No, like, yeah. Ayana and Ran need stuff. Draw.
If Ayane had a connection to a member of my lineage at the time,
At the time, no. It's, at that point, we were still visiting, but no one could see us at the, like, keep an eye on them, but no one we could talk to.
a nod. How much would Tihomir know about the process of becoming a dragon?
Okay. I guess a couple things go into that. You already know that from Shino. Effectively, a Malachim becoming a dragon is a little bit like a human becoming a daimon, except the dragon never keeps their mind. They always lose it. And it looks to be a slightly higher threshold. For dragons themselves, I guess depends on how much Tihomir would have studied about them when alive, and I guess like a history check or investigation, maybe.
I'll go with history because it's the same modifier, but I get advantage.
Yeah, that's fair.
That
Also,
was sorely needed.
oh, fair. Also, Staria, we can probably close it after this conversation.
Cool.
25.
Yeah. Okay, so if it hasn't already been mentioned, dragons are known to be insanely powerful. the Malakim is effectively gone afterwards, and, well, you can probably guess that how well a person deals with someone they used to know being a dragon is some deal with it better and some deal with it worse. I guess I guess I'd ask you, is there anything specific Tihomir would want to know?
About this specific topic of conversation? No. He knows that if he pushes much further, he'd just be getting to the point of just grilling Shino about his trauma, and he doesn't want to do that.
Fair. That is so fair.
It's not really his business. If the dragon's dead, then there's nothing else to really be super concerned about, other than maybe staying away from that place because it'll be hard for Shino to be there.
Oh, fair. Yeah, the dragon is gone and dead, and I'll say with the 25, you might know a place, not super close to Logres, but it's in the same area where there was a dragon attack maybe, I don't know, 150 years ago? Not too hard to connect dots there. People aren't really sure how the dragon died.
Yeah. He's connecting dots and he's not liking what he's coming up with, but he will just nod, ruffle Shino's hair, and head back to the others, giving Shino time to process.
Oh. Man, like, you kind of get a confused blink from Shino, but, like, a nod. He'll come back in a little bit.
Well, when Shino does come back, there'll be food.
Yeah. You know what? For fun and enrichment. Like, it takes a little bit. But he pops out from your shadow, Chuck. So, he does a pretty good job of surprising you two.
Uh-huh.
I'm back now. Thanks for the space.
Yeah, welcome.
What did you make for dinner anyways? We don't have more rat, do we?
Fish.
Grilled fish.
That's acceptable.
You kids, so picky these days.
Isn't Shino older than you?
I'm talking
Yes.
mentally.
I'm still older than you.
Shino is still older than you.
Right, yeah, except for the vibes.
Okay, here's Shino huffs.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Because you're taller?
Yes. That is a reason, because I am taller.
I'm just gonna stand over here and fully lose character.
I love it! Like, specifically because you're taller, definitely not because he's more mature.
Lialah has very interesting standards.
And we
Know
love
this,
them.
and I love her. Okay, but honestly, I think with that, are we all good to close it here? Since I think Staria,
Yep.
you're being called off, yeah.
Well, we've had 2 heart-crushing conversations this session, and a brief brush with possible fuckery. So I think we can call it good.
I think
Yeah.
we've achieved things.
Yeah,
we
Also, a
had a
few
very
moments
successful-
of Staria accidentally killing the voice chat.
true. Don't
Yeah,
forget to add your belt to your character sheet, Chuck.
Oh yeah.
Have done.
Oh yeah, don't forget to do that. Cool.
His
But
I just look at his inventory and I look at a specific item and I laugh and I laugh and I laugh. That's gonna come out someday. It's gonna be bad.
Possibly soon. I'm looking at the approaching boss fight.
I mean,
I'm looking at the approaching boss fight.
I'm just looking at the fact I apparently have a fucking coin of delving, and I don't remember where we picked that up.
Oh, you guys, you got that as a gift from the doctors for bringing the flowers over to the ship. Yeah. Oh,
in
but
inventory,
yeah,
rat jerky.
I think this was a very successful conversation. Yeah, things have happened. You guys got some stuff. You have a goal of where to go tomorrow. And there were 2 whole heart-crushing conversations.
Yay!
Yippee!
I suppose with that, I guess we can close it. Thanks, y'all. This was a delight.
Fucking A.
All right.
I'm gonna
Closing
hit
recording.
stop.
Yep.
Bye!